everyone. It's October, which means I have lots of books to talk about and show you. If you watched my last video, I have a Loki right here and a Serafina back there. They have decided to make an appearance for my filming today. So I'm sure Loki is going to make some appearances and help me out as best he can. Anyway, with that, I have 9 books on my TBR this month. And that's a lot. I didn't finish my TBR last month, so how can I think that I can read 9 books this month? You may ask. Well, I like to have options, and a couple of them I really want to get to. A couple of them are new reads, a couple of them are rereads for a reason, so I will explain that when I get there. The first book that I have to talk about on my TBR is the book club book for this month, and that is Soviet Sisters by Annika Scott. This book is set shortly after World War II in Berlin. I was mistaken. I think I'm thinking of another book. I kept telling my book club this was set in the Cold War, and that is wrong. So anyway, it's set shortly after World War II. Things happen. It's a female-led story, so that's going to be interesting. Oh no, a novel of the Cold War. I'm right. I was right. Another war. We read a lot of World War II, so it'll be nice to have a different war. But anyway, this is our book club book for this month, so I have to get to this book, so at the very least I will read 1 book this month. And we're gonna just keep rapid firing, because if not, this video will be like 45 minutes long. The next 2 books that I hope to get to this month are rereads, and that is The Lightning Thief and the Sea of Monsters and the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series by Rick Riordan. These are rereads because the show comes out in a couple of months, and I'm very excited. It comes out December 20th, I think, is when the first episode will air. I don't know if it's going to be a 2-episode premiere like some of their shows are. But anyway, the first season is following the Lightning Thief, the first book in the series. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited for the show. It's being written by Rick, and I'm so excited. I'm also rereading these books because there was just a new book released as a 6th book to this series called The Chalice of the Gods. It's right on my nightstand. But I feel like I need to reread the whole series before I can do that book justice. So obviously I have to reread these books again. You know, I have to. I'm morally obligated to do a full reread. These are definitely bottom priority for the month, because there's no timeline. I just have to finish Lightning Thief by December, which can definitely happen. I could read Lightning Thief in a few hours, probably, at this point. But anyway, have to talk about them, put them on my TBR for the month, just as a note. The next book, ending of a series that I have on my TBR, are on here because they follow the 2023 Read Harder Challenge in their own way, as well as the fact that they are Halloween-y reads, and that is Gilda Joyce the Dead Drop and Gilda Joyce the Bones of the Holy, which are the 4th and 5th books in the Gilda Joyce series by Jennifer Allison. I've had these books on my TBR since I was in like elementary school, middle school maybe, and I really want to just finish the series. They're super easy to read. These are the most scary books that I can do, and all the things, but they hit a couple of my challenges for the Read Harder Challenge this year, which I'm still not gonna finish, which I was so hoping that I would get to, but it's not looking good. It's October and I have too many other books that I want to read. So next year we'll try again. But anyway, so these are on my TBR because they are October Halloween-y reads, and they follow that. So that's that. Lots of middle grade. That's why this is going to be easy, right? At least half of this TBR is middle grade, so it'll be fine. The next book that is on my TBR is obviously The Hammer of Thor, the second book in the Magnus Chase trilogy. This is technically going to be a first time read for me because I still have my bookmark in there. I'm halfway through it. Never finished it. So this is going to actually be a number off my TBR too with Oliver Garden's books. So anyway, hope to get to finish this book this month. We'll see. It might be a couple months. We'll see. But I plan to read this book. I do actually have the audiobook from Libby, so we're going to see if listening to this book is conducive for me, which would help save me time. So there's that. And then the next 3 books are carryover books. I just hit myself in the face. Are carryover books from last month because I did not get to them, but I really, really want to read them. And that is Cursed by Marissa Meyer, the second in the Gilded Duology. I had other books that had to be finished before I could do this one. This was the carrot at the end of the stick, and I did not get to the carrot. So I have to finish. Well, we'll see. Sophie Sisters Book Club is probably going to be the end of the month, so maybe I can read Cursed first. We'll see. But anyway, so this is definitely at the top of my TBR because I didn't get to it last month, and I want to read it so bad. I want to read it so bad. And then I also am keeping Neon Gods on my... I am going to sneeze in a minute, hopefully. Woo! Excuse me. I'm good. Neon Gods by Katie Robert. This is a Persephone Hades retelling, and definitely want to get to it. Just, again, had other books I had to get to, so I'm bumping this one, as well as Windsor Diaries. This is, I'm hoping to be a book that I just cherry read throughout the next couple of months, but again, just did not have time to even start it this month, but I'm hoping that with some of my other easier reads that I do have the time this month. So keeping this one on my TBR for the next few months at least, until I get this finished. So anyway, that is the 9 books that I hope to get to this month. It's a lot, I admit. I get it, I admit it. I have way too high of expectations for myself, but I like to have options, you know? And I have hope that this month I will be actually finishing one of my classes in 2 weeks. It was an accelerated class, so I'll be down to 2 classes for the rest of the semester. So hopefully that also gives me a little bit more time. I've been doing puzzles, which is great. I just finished my first one and glued it yesterday, so that's been really nice. So yeah, anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!